My name is Audrey Baenziger, and this is my SWOT analysis. To start, this is my table of contents. For my introduction, it is essential to evaluate every aspect of a future career when considering different career fields. In this presentation, I will conduct a SWOT analysis on the two career fields I have chosen for this assessment, which are human and family development and nonprofit administration. A SWOT analysis is a realistic, fact-based, data-driven review of an organization. It helps define a company's competitive position, assesses internal and external issues, and evaluates its current and future potential. The first career field I'll be going over is human and family development. I've chosen this field because it aligns with my future career in education. It takes motivation and empathy, which are two of my strengths, to excel in these fields. The second field I'll be going over is nonprofit administration. I've chosen this field because it focuses on the well-being of others and success of an organization, which connects to my strengths in empathy and relationship management. By using the SWOT methods to analyze my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats within these career fields, I can understand how they will benefit my own methods in early education and inform my future classroom approach. To start, this is my first SWOT table for the field 1, which is human and family development. So the strengths are helping individuals and families reconnect with each other and themselves to strengthen relationships. The second is personal growth through the satisfaction of helping others and seeing examples of different relationships in society. The third is being able to be creative when coming up with solutions to help others and trying out new methods. For weaknesses, different personalities that can be difficult to work with and not willing to contribute. The second is having a stressful work environment because of employees and clients that you are working with. The third is the possibility of having a low income salary depending on the company or school you're working for. For opportunities, having diverse settings to perform this career, whether in a classroom, office, or hospital. There is a continuous need for services to help others through community centers, family service agencies, nursing homes, and assisted living facilities. The third is having the opportunity of getting higher degrees in all areas of human and family development to expand knowledge. For threats, there is being emotionally and physically burnt out from working with others and not taking the necessary self-care. The third is the chance of suffering from secondary trauma through encounters with the direct trauma experienced by their clients. The third is being able to maintain professional boundaries within the workplace with clients. Next, I will go over my analysis summary for my first SWOT field. For a career in human and family development, there are many strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. For the strength, there is being able to help families, individuals, with each other and themselves. Seeing the results of positive changes in their clients' situations can make hard social work worth it. Having a career in this field helps your personal growth with yourself while you help others with their personal growth. It helps you be creative with your problem-solving skills, like mindfulness-based activities, such as creative visualization and sensory exploration, can help individuals develop present moment awareness and reduce cravings or impulse behaviors. For weaknesses within this career field, there are many different, there are people with different personalities that people in this career field will have to work with, whether that be adults, children, or people with disabilities. It can be difficult to navigate how to help each individual differently based on their needs and personality. Another weakness is having a stressful work environment. In the position of a social worker within this career field, for example, with a constant demand for social services, social workers often find themselves overwhelmed, overworked, and emotionally fatigued. In addition to having workplace stress, people in this career field have the risk of persistent low pay and poor working conditions in the sector reflect the lack of recognition of the value that human service workers provide their communities. To continue on, there are many opportunities within the career field of human and family development and the jobs within it. People have the opportunity of having diverse settings to perform their job depending on the area they work in this career field. If an individual works in the community education, for example, you can pursue careers with human development programs, adoption agencies, teen pregnancy services, welfare assistant, adult daycare, gerontology, and long-term care programs. Another opportunity is the fact that there are always a need for people in this career field because of the countless jobs within the field. Lastly, there is the opportunity of getting higher degrees in your area of the career field. Healthcare and education are two areas of this career where you can get higher degrees because of the specialized jobs within them. For threats within the career field, there is a threat of being emotionally and physically burnt out from your job. According to Deloitte, the mental and physical toll of the job is a major contributing factor to high incidences of burnout and attrition. There is the chance of suffering from secondary trauma because of the conversations with clients that have experienced the trauma themselves. Lastly, another threat is being able to differentiate personal boundaries with a client. Boundaries help us establish and maintain healthy relationships, prevent burnout and resentment, and protect our mental health and well-being. Next, I'd like to go over the connection to navigating emotions. After doing research on the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats regarding this career field, I did exercise 4 where I wrote down 5 different categories. So these are frustrating events, sad events, events that caused anger, events that caused disappointment, and events that caused shame. After writing down, I scaled them from 1 to 10, tried to look at them in a positive light. Through this experience, I found that I'm very strong with navigating emotions. I'm a very emotional person and have had to learn how to separate my emotions and interactions with my emotions. I have to find my flow because, as stated from the inside out, emotional intelligence attains its highest state in an experience described as flow, or being in the zone. By being in a flow, I will be able to feel through this emotion. Through doing this exercise and researching on human and family development, I want to connect to my found strength and empathy. I would be strong in the career field of human and family development because I am an empathetic person. According to Reachling, sensitive individuals often make exceptional teachers because they are naturally in tune to their students' emotional states and learning needs. This quote shows how being an empathetic person is a strong quality to have within a job of human and family development career field. Next, I will be going over my SWOT table for the second field, which is nonprofit administration. The strengths are having passionate employees who are passionate about your nonprofit just as you are, having extensive experience by being in many different roles as a leader, having a sense of community, and you will likely be surrounded by people that love the work, amplifying a team synergy. For weaknesses, having more workplace stress because you are working under the unique circumstances with being a nonprofit, having low pay at the base level position while you are doing the most work, tending to the community, having a high turnover rate because employee turnover ends up costing more time, stress, and money than anything else. For opportunities, to have the ability to build strong relationships with members of the community, be involved in fundraising and development within the nonprofit that you are working for, being able to reflect more in a leadership role. Leaders use these formal reflections to determine how to improve themselves and the organization. For threats, the time and money it is, and that's one of the first threats, is the time and money. Having difficulty funding is one threat because there are over 1,500,000 nonprofits in the U.S. alone. And lastly, having overworked employees is a big threat within the nonprofit administration career field. So I'll be going over my analysis summary for this field. So once again, there are many strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats within the career field. One strength of nonprofit administration is having passionate employees. Everyone has the same goal within nonprofits and connections. According to the media, many people at nonprofit organizations tend to be people-oriented. This makes networking easier to build connections within the organization, even outside of it. Another strength is getting more experience through the process of being a part of a nonprofit. Being a part of a nonprofit can be difficult. It means working with slim budgets and heavy workloads. However, this creates wonderful opportunities to gain experience for those that seek them out. Another strength is the sense of community within a nonprofit. Everyone is there for the same goal and are choosing to contribute their time to this cause or idea. For weaknesses, one weakness is having more workplace stress. Stress is an everyday job thing, but for nonprofit, stress can come from long hours, lack of sleep, difficult customers, or even financial difficulties. Another weakness is having lower pay. Because nonprofits are focused on the community, employees at entry level are not paid as much and are frontline staff. They are the most crucial parts of the organization, but the lack of pay causes many problems. The last weakness of having a career within a nonprofit is having a higher turnover rate. The higher turnover rate is mostly caused by employees feeling as though working for a nonprofit is non-sustainable financially. To continue on, there are many opportunities within the career field. One opportunity is being able to build strong relationships with people within the community. People are on the front line helping their community, which is able to give them time to really connect with them. Another opportunity is being able to be involved in fundraising and the development of a nonprofit. A fundraising director within a nonprofit administration is responsible for securing the financial resources needed to sustain the nonprofit's activities. This role involves developing fundraising strategies, managing donor relations, and overseeing grant writing. Another opportunity is the ability to reflect more if you are in a management position within a nonprofit. By being in a management position, you are able to use formal reflections to determine how to improve themselves and the organization. For threats within a nonprofit administration, time and money to start as a nonprofit is the first threat. According to Wild Apricot, it can cost up to $800 just to submit your application to the IRS. Depending on your bandwidth and knowledge, you may need to hire a consultant to make sure you are filling everyone in correctly. Another threat is having the difficulty of funding because, as stated in the last slide, there are over 1,500,000 nonprofits in the U.S. alone. Because of the large amount of nonprofits, most of them are not able to fund themselves to their best ability. One last threat is having overworked employees. The issue of funding plays a big role in having overworked employees who are not being paid enough. Everyone cares for the cause and issue and work too hard without being paid as they should. Once again, I went over how I did exercise 4 and wrote down all the 5 categories. So continuing on, through this experience and researching more nonprofits, I found that both my empathy and motivation would make me strong within this field. I am a very motivated and empathetic person. According to the book From the Inside Out, the basis of intrinsic motivation and ultimately happiness is to seek out things that engross us, that lift our mood by absorbing our focus and attention. I believe that nonprofit administration would be a career that would motivate me to lift my mood and be able to help others. Motivation would help me and my happiness because contributing directly to a cause you care about allows you to enjoy more than just professional fulfillment from your job. It can give you a deep and lasting sense of personal satisfaction. This quote shows how by being empathetic and motivated, I would be successful when navigating my emotions within this career field. So in conclusion, doing research on human and family development and nonprofit administration and their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats have helped me understand how they would benefit me through my future career in early education. I have found that all of these areas in research regarding each career field depend on the job that is worked through each one. The experience in a hospital through a career field in human and family development would be different compared to the experience in a class regarding the same career field. Analyzing these areas is very important in general when researching careers because it helps to distinguish what is good and bad about each one and what to look for to help you feel comfortable in a career. And this is my works cited. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.